According to Black Moon, that is intuition. On Black Moon, I'll be doing a collective energy Tarotcast for January 23rd through the 27th. Sorry guys, give me 1 moment. What's happening? Sorry, babies. Alright, there you go. So we just had the new moon in Aquarius that just passed. Mercury is now direct. Hey! So I'm just going to do the weekly collective energy forecast. Stay tuned for the specific signs. They should be up later on today. Alright. Monday. Thank you guys for the spirit for these messages, for touching me this morning. Give me a message that is clear and concise and for the greatest and highest direction and good of those involved. I thank you for my ancestors, my guardians, and my angels for protecting me and keeping me safe. Ashe. Amen. Okay. I'm kind of getting the energy of the fact that today is going to be a day of revelation, a day of truth. Truth may be coming to you, or you may be speaking the truth. I'm kind of feeling like there's a whole, I feel like it's kind of like wisdom is coming with this truth. Like, oops. Accelerated motion fell out for Thursday. I am going to put it back. It fell on the floor. If it comes back out, we'll take it. I'm also kind of feeling like this week is kind of going to be that kind of week where you're going to get a whole lot of epiphanies. A lot of things are going to start to make sense. You're going to be able to connect the dots between certain things. I feel like if you felt like you were missing a piece of your puzzle before, it is going to be coming in to you some kind of way, either through conversations with people, maybe something that you read, maybe you might get an intuitive hit of some sort, things of that nature. One more, please. Okay, that said discomfort and boredom for Friday. I'm kind of feeling like Friday may be slow going. Like you may feel like you're still in limbo, but I do feel like you're coming out of it, even though we got another 8. Okay, so and we got awareness on the bottom of the deck. This is what I'm saying. This is going to be a week of like epiphanies, understanding, putting the pieces together. With some of you, this has to do with how you see prosperity, how you see abundance, how you see your talents and your gifts as money makers, okay? Others of you, this has to do with prosperity of your growth of self, understanding what triggers you, what inspires you, things of that nature. So for Monday, we have truth. Tuesday, we have prosperity begins. Wednesday, we have the waiting game, which makes sense because Wednesday is the middle of the week. It's kind of like that hump day where, you know, you're trying to get your second win and push through for the rest of the week. Thursday is about foundations and achievements. Turn that down. Grandbaby. And Friday, we have power. And I feel like Friday is a day of coming together. Again, that discomfort and boredom came out originally, but it fell on the floor. So I kind of feel like that's kind of falling away from you, and you're starting to harness your authentic power, not just physical power. Like when I say physical power, I mean power that you have control over, that you can use with your 5 senses, right? You can see, touch, smell, those things, you know. This is more about authentic power. This is true internal power, being able to empower yourself and empower others. Also being able to inspire yourself and inspire others. So we're going to get some more for Monday, which is today, and see what is coming out. I'm also feeling like this week is a week where there's going to be, you're going to need to connect with some people and isolate other people in order to get to this place of foundations and achievement on Thursday. I feel like some of you have been running the rat race, like you've been taking on other people's obligations as your own, and it's kind of messing up your time management with what you have going on for your own projects and goals and things of that nature. So with that being said, it's all about setting healthy boundaries on your time, on your space, on what it is that people are requesting of you. Because at any given point in time, we have a choice to make. Burn my table, y'all. Sage, dangerous stuff. All right. Sorry. So I'm kind of feeling like with this week, we're getting into that energy of being able to say no and not feel guilty about it. Being able to put ourselves first and put our priorities first before other people's obligations, wants, needs, and desires. I think it's all about coming to that place where you're able to see where you've been giving your power away, see where you've been where you haven't been in your highest power, and being able to find the truth and the wisdom in it to move forward, so you know what not to do. So that's changing your strategy or program. Even if you don't know what you need to do to change it, it's just not doing the same thing that you did before. So even if it's just saying no instead of saying yes right away, or even if it's like, oh, let me think about that before you commit yourself to something or someone. It's being decisive in your decision making. Okay. So Monday, we have the Goddess of Cups. The Goddess of Cups with truth. This is all about truth and emotion, truth about how you care for yourself, truth about being compassionate, truth about unconditional love, what that really means, how it looks, how it feels. And this is also giving it to yourself. Okay? Because once you're able to love yourself unconditionally, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, whether you've always operated in your highest power or when you haven't, this is loving yourself even though you were not always setting the perfect boundaries for yourself to be productive in life and taking on other people's responsibilities and things of that nature. I'm also kind of feeling like it's going to be a week where today is a day of fluidity, kind of. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting fluidity. So things are going to just kind of happen. Your intuition is going to be super on point. So you could be driving down the street, and I call them hijackings. I don't know how it works for everybody else, but I can be riding down the street, looking down the street, paying attention to the road, and all of a sudden I'll get a total vision. What is happening? Sorry for the interruption. I thought I put my stuff on Do Not Disturb. My bad, people. I am so sorry. Instagram is glitching. It might be lagging. I'm trying to wait for it to catch up. Okay. So today is all about self-care, self-love, understanding where it is that you are emotionally and how it is that you want to change in that aspect. For a lot of you, like again today, with the sun shining in the background here, with her holding her cup, sitting on her throne in the middle of the ocean, this is showing me that you are being centered. You're centering yourself in your emotions. You're centering yourself in your heart space. You're reevaluating what is going to be beneficial for you moving forward. So when I say that, it's like, okay, say somebody asks you to go and do something, right? They need you for whatever. They need a ride somewhere. They need you to do something for them, right? But you have plans of your own. You have things that you need to do that you have planned out for the day. instead of saying yes right away, which maybe you normally would, right? You would just normally react and be like, yeah, they need me. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stuff on the back burner, and I'm gonna help this person because they're a person in need. That's admirable. That's noble even. But you have to care for yourself first, right? You have to put yourself on that pedestal and make sure that you're putting your obligations first. Okay? So what I'm saying is don't do something at the detriment of yourself, okay? Of what you got going on and what you have planned. Okay? Be mindful of what it is that you need, because sometimes people can find other solutions. You do not have to be the end all that be all. Sometimes people need to find their own way, and with that, you might want to say no. Take an honest evaluation of: do you have the time? Do you have the space? Do you have the money? Do you have the gas? Whatever it may be of their request. Okay. Is being and listening to your inner guidance system. That's being still and listening to yourself and what do you really want to do. If you really don't want to do it, then don't do it. If you really need to say something, then you need to say it, regardless of that other person's comfortability. You dig me? So it's like somebody might disrespect you or try and say something that's really passive aggressive with that nice, nasty type of energy. And maybe normally you would let that shit slide. No more. No more. You're finding out, you're understanding that that's giving away your power, right? You're finding truth in this. You're finding out that there's a world of difference between being an ass and being assertive, okay? All right, let's move along here. Oh. I'm tripping. On to Tuesday. Tuesday, it says prosperity begins. So you're planting seeds. Certain things are starting to come into fruition. You're making bonds. You're understanding. You're cultivating an energy of being able to commit to a project. Because you're knowing, okay, when I say commit to a project, when you plant a seed, you know that it takes time for the seed to grow and all of these things. But you're making this plan. You're making a commitment to do said thing. So start a project. Be a different way in life. Show up differently at your job. Whatever it is, prosperity is coming your way. And prosperity doesn't always have to deal with money. It can also have to deal with your personal development and your spiritual growth as well as just the way that you move through this reality. I've got the Hierophant that came down with that. So tomorrow it's all about being committed. Being committed and sticking to your vision. It's all about understanding that what the seeds that you plant today are going to be the forest that blooms tomorrow, right? So the seeds that you plant today would be the flowers that bloom tomorrow. Everything is about being patient and understanding and honoring the process. Because the only thing inevitable is change. Change is inevitable. Whether we want things to change or not, change is gonna happen. How it changes is up to you. What are you committing your energy to? What are you committing your time to? What are you committing your money to? Right? To build this prosperity in your life. Okay? There's 3 people here, so you may be committing to a group or an organization. Okay? Also, you may be coming into contact with people that are already in this prosperous energy. So you might find a mentor or somebody that you follow on social media that has a great idea that you can take and tweak and make it your own. Things of that nature. It's planting the seeds for your success. After you get these revelations of how you've been giving away your power and how to harness it and get it back. Standing in your truth. Okay? Wednesday, we have the waiting game. I feel like that has to do with this prosperity begins. It has to do with the seeds that you planted that you're going to plant tomorrow, whether it be mental, physical, or emotional seeds that you're planting, right? You gotta have to wait on that process. It's not like it's gonna be something that happens overnight. It's gonna take some time. But once you plant the seeds and you cultivate that land, and you make sure that you water it, it gets enough sunlight, like you do what you're supposed to do to make it fertile ground for that seed to grow, it will grow into a firm foundation, and you'll be able to see your achievements. Okay? I got the King of Swords, the God of Swords. So this is somebody that is very keen on their intellect. They're very intellectual. Their thought processes are very quick. They're very witty. Since he is in the upright and we do have butterflies here, this for me is transforming the way you move and the way you use your thoughts to manifest what it is that you want, because it is coming under the waiting game. You see the hourglass, the sands of time. Things are going to happen in divine timing. So you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to understand and put your mind at rest that things are going to happen, and not kind of like psych yourself out, because this is a transformative period. It's a metamorphosis. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay? It's also being able to use your intellect, your thoughts, your mind, your intention effectively. This is, for me, I'm getting the law of cause and effect, right? So with cause and effect is like, for every action there is a reaction. What is your intention by said motion, by said words, by said thoughts? What are you trying to have come into fruition? What are you trying to have to be, right? So if you say something to someone, what reaction are you trying to get out of them? What do you think the effect may be? Okay? So this is also evaluating what it is that you're saying, doing, making sure that you're saying what you mean and you mean what you say, making sure that you're not being misunderstood, and what it is that you want. This is with people in the 3D, and this is also with co-creation with spirit, because I feel like you are co-creating with spirit at this time, but you're also co-creating with humanity, because we need human beings to do what we need to do, right? You can't just be out here dolo solo and expect everything to happen. And what did I say? The Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing is at work here. And that's coming under Thursday with your foundations and achievements. They are coming into fruition. You have planted the seeds. You have made the commitments. You are doing whatever it is that needs to be done in order for you to see the results that you need to see. Your foundation and your achievements will be seen within time. Yes, you did. Thank you. I told you I don't need these cards for real. But it's like the waiting game and the Wheel of Fortune for me are coinciding, because it's right smack dab between prosperity begins, and then prosperity begins, there's a tree, right? There's a seed. They're covering it. So for me, also, this could be moving in silence. Some of you need to definitely move in silence. You need to talk to only the people that are going to further your goal, not just talk and put it out there. Oh, I'm thinking about doing this, or, oh, I had this idea. Nah. You're going to talk to people that are going to actually help you further that idea and help you cultivate that land. But also, on Wednesday, we have the waiting game. There's a tree. It's basically the same thing. Your prosperity is beginning, but you're waiting here for the things to bloom. It's going to happen, but you have to be patient, and you have to understand. You have to control your thoughts. You have to control your thoughts and use them as a tool and not a weapon, right? That's just positive self-affirmations. This is actually believing in yourself that you can do it. This is also being honest with yourself about the people that are around you that could be siphoning your energy, that aren't good for creation, okay? They're not inspiring you. They're not empowering you. They're actually siphoning your energy and draining your creativity, that fire, that inspiration, because you're too busy worried about what they got going on instead of what you need to be focused on for yourself. Friday, we have power. This for me is integration of the two. This is integration of your spirit and your humanity. So you're coming together and you're able to see the duality of it. 8 for me is all about like, it's all about infinity for me. So this is a coming together, timelines collapsing, things coming into fruition sooner than they would have if you hadn't been able to do this integration, if you hadn't been able to evolve, if you haven't been able to see the truth that you've been seeing today and gain the wisdom from it. If you didn't learn to love yourself and understand yourself and understand what you need to be successful. You know, and it's loving yourself unconditionally, whether you fail or you succeed. Because failure is just, failure for me, here's the thing. I used to have a saying that failure is not an option. Because I felt like failure was just something that I just didn't like it. I didn't like the energy. I didn't like the idea of failure. But you have to understand that you have to fail to succeed. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to succeed at whatever it is that you're trying to do if you haven't done it before. You're going to have to do it. Practice makes perfect, right? So I had to learn that failure is just an achievement that needs to be tweaked, right? It's something that you need to go back and tweak some things. You look at it and see, okay, this part worked and this part didn't work. I need to adjust this. Right? So you make the adjustments and you try it again. It's all about experimentation. Okay? So Friday, we got power. We have, some of you might be coming in contact with your spirit animals. Some of you could also be grounding yourself in grounding yourself with your internal, what's the word? Your internal guidance system, right? Sorry, the channeling jumbles up my words sometimes. I swear I can speak. Yeah. And then we got the Hermit. So this is going within and harnessing your power. Going within to find your purpose. Going within to find out what makes you shine. She has the Ace of Wands here. She has the staff here. So she is overcoming the things that have kept her repeating cycles and jacking up her foundation, right? She's looking at things in another way. She went inside. She had to detox. She had to release other people's emotions, thoughts, wants, desires, obligations. She had to release people pleasing. She had to release what was keeping her stuck. Right? In repeating cycles. When divine timing came, she couldn't see it because she was too busy doing other things. She was distracted. Now that she's harnessed her power, she's taken her power back from the truth that she's come to know through this week. I feel like this is things are just gonna start to unfold and unfold. I like this energy. It's an unfolding energy. It's not a quick energy, but when things do unfold, it's like they're meaningful. It's not superficial things that are going to be unfolding to you or being revealed to you, or you're going to start to understand within yourself. It's kind of like I said, you've done the experiment over and over and over again, and now you've done it. Okay? Case in point, when I started making my whipped shea butter, right? I didn't know what I was doing. Hey! So, when I started making shea butter, I didn't know what I was doing. I researched it. I went online, I got recipes, and I did trial and error. I bought all the materials, all of the things that I wanted to infuse in it, all of these things, and I tried it. Trial and error. And it took me about 1.5 years to get the formula correctly. Hey, boo, how are you? It took me about 1.5 years to get the formula correct, right? Okay, we got the 9 of discs for today. So this is coming into inner peace, being able to see yourself as stable and prosperous, being able to see the future. This is being good with your money. You're looking good. You're smelling good. You're confident within yourself. You're confident within your environment. You're a master of your domain. Okay, you're feeling really good about the direction you're heading in. And this 9 of discs is facing prosperity begins. So you're already prosperous. You already have everything that you need to be who it is that you want to be, to cultivate what it is that you're trying to cultivate. You are the farmer, you're the agriculturist, you are the apothecary and the alchemist, right? You're feeling yourself today. Even in this coming after you realize this truth, you're sitting with yourself, you're sitting honestly. You're looking at yourself honestly, okay? Tuesday, please, Spirit, thank you for these messages. You guys be sure to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, okay? Join me on YouTube as well as Facebook, IG, okay? Thank you. And Tuesday, we got the 10 of Cups, baby. Like, this energy is so freaking dope, yo. We got the 10 of Cups. This is ultimate happiness. This is coming together. This is family. This is connection. This is being able to be happy in the moment. Be happy with other people. Be happy with the process. You know, things are coming up roses. There's a blue border here. This is all about your intuition. This is all about being fluid with your emotions as well. I feel like this has a lot to do with your emotional intelligence about how you see your prosperity, about how you see success, about how you see failure, about how you see how other people work in your world. This is being able to build the family that you want. Earth angels and spiritual community in the other higher realms, okay? So tomorrow is all about prosperity. It's all about being committed to that process. It's all about calling in the help that you need, the real help, not just spewing out information. Like, it's not like volunteering information, right? You're speaking to people that are going to assist you in your goals. If they're not able to assist you, then you're not talking about your goals with them, type of energy. Okay, Wednesday, we have the 10 of Wands. We have the waiting game with the God of Swords and the 10 of Wands. I feel like the 10 of Wands, you feel a little bit burdened. You're feeling a little bit overwhelmed a little bit by the commitments of the past, about the things that you've realized over the past couple of days. I feel like this is why I said you need to make, this is being conscious of your thoughts, being conscious of your self-awareness. What are you speaking onto yourself, right? What are you speaking onto yourself? Okay. All right. What are you saying to yourself? I kind of feel like this person is looking at all of the things from the past and figuring out like, hey, I've been through so much. What if I can't do it? I've tried before, it didn't work out for me, but then it's like a bulb goes off, right? Like, wait a minute, what am I saying? What am I doing? What am I worried about? I'm protected out here. I've made a commitment to myself and to God, Source, Spirit, whatever the case may be, that I'm gonna succeed. That is why on Thursday you're coming out with the foundations and achievements, because that's an achievement all in itself, being able to change your thought process in the moment. Having insight into your current situation, into your current motives, into what is going on in the moment. Not just having these thoughts and letting them run around in your head and then go on about your day, because that energy is still around you. You can transmute that energy into positive thoughts, into positive thinking, into positive action. Okay, Thursday, please. Thursday, please. With this foundations and achievements and divine timing, we have the Tower. I feel like this is going to be unexpected. Like I said, it's a week of epiphanies. It's like aha moments, like, oh damn, why didn't I know that before? But it's okay, I know it now. That type of thing. Not like, oh damn, I should have known better, blah, blah, blah. And then you beat yourself up and berate yourself for it. No. What is going on? Okay. This is being enlightened. And it's going to be unexpected. what is happening. Okay, this is going to be unexpected, and it's changing the foundation. Literally, the Tower rocks the foundation. It breaks the foundation. It explodes the status quo to rebuild a stronger, more sustainable structure. Right? It's like remodeling. You're remodeling your structure. You as an individual, how you move, how you think, what you do. You know, the reasons behind it. This is a very, it's very energetic. It's like I feel swirling energy. It's like your aura is changing. I feel like the colors of the aura are fluctuating. You're coming into integration. That's exactly what it is. You're coming into integration and acceptance. Okay? Integration and acceptance. So expect things to happen unexpectedly for you this week. Expect for things to catch you off guard, but kind of in a good way. Expect some things to be destroyed, to be honestly, whether that's a way of thinking or actually letting go of certain relationships and attachments that you have. Okay, so just be mindful. I feel like this week you're going to be super in tune to everything that's going on. Very observant. Okay, and we got the Queen of Cups again, right? We started off with the Queen of Cups on today in the middle of the reading, and on Friday at the end of the reading. So this is basically telling me, you see her, she's down here sitting and she's contemplating. She's looking at all of her thoughts, all of her emotions, all of her intuition, right? She's looking at that. That's what's in her cup. She's contemplating all of that. But come Friday, at the end of the week, she got that on top of her head. She's got it balanced. She has it in control. It's not controlling her. It's not right here in her face, making her feel a certain type of way. She's overcome these things, and she's loving herself forward. She's a queen for real in her own right. Here she's sitting down. She's contemplating. You know, she has all of this water behind her, but the water is under her feet here, which means she has it under control. She is understanding her intuition. She's understanding the signs and synchronicities. She's understanding where her emotions, what triggers her, what empowers her, what inspires her, what makes her feel like she is on top of the world, and what puts her in a low vibrational place. She's understanding herself here. She's loving herself here. Here you're discovering it. Today you're discovering what it is that you need, what it is that you feel, how it's affecting you. But come Friday, we got the Queen again. She's got that junk under control. She's following her intuition. Okay? All right, guys. I'm about to get up out of here, but I am going to pull a message from the universe before I hit the streets. Okay. That did not shuffle properly. So, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope everybody had a productive weekend. You know, you got some rest. And you was able to, that's what I call being productive on the weekends, if you didn't have to work. And if you did have to work, I hope it wasn't a drag. Okay. I said one. Let's shuffle again. I kind of feel like this week is all of the most thing as in the middle of the week is the waiting game part and being able to be fully conscious of your self-awareness, being fully conscious of your thoughts, being fully conscious of your transformation process, of your metamorphosis process. Understanding also that what you think in one area can trickle down to other areas and affect things. It's all about understanding that where everything is connected, okay? So Wednesday is the most challenging day that I see, if you want to call it that. It's not even really challenging. It's more of an awareness of what's happening, being, you know, kind of like falling back into your old thought patterns, but catching yourself in the middle, okay? One message from your guides: you are not alone. And that's what this is basically telling me. You are not alone. You have your angels, you have your ancestors, you have God's source spirit. You have people in this 3D plane, your earth angels, that are here to assist you and here to help you. There are people that are here to distract you. You understand and it says death is an illusion. Death is an illusion. That's why I said failure is an illusion. Failure is only a failure if you do not learn from that failure. Learn what worked, learn what didn't work, okay? As you go through this week, be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of your emotions, be mindful of the sensations that you get in your body, but also pray, meditate, contemplate on what it is that you really want. What it is that what truth are you trying to find? Is it spiritual truth? Is it truth about your finances? Is it truth about your relationships? Is it truth about yourself? What do you want? Right? What is going to keep you in this 9 of disc energy and this 10 of cups energy? Inner peace, ultimate happiness, achievement, stability. It's like you're looking for emotional stability in your physical world. So the things that you are coming up with intuitively, you're looking for them in your physical world. You're going to find them. You have foundations and achievements, and it's going to set the foundation moving forward. This is big energy. This isn't, I feel like this is just bigger than this week, and it may be just big because I'm pulling on the energy of the collective of a large group of people. But the people that I'm pulling on, this is a big, big energy, right? It's big transformative energy. It's all about getting accustomed to change, right? Because nobody likes change for real. Let's just be honest. We get stuck in our ways. We know how to navigate the choppy waters when things don't go so well. We know how to do that. Our ego wants us to stay in the place of dealing with the choppy waters instead of getting to a place of fluidity. And don't get me wrong, our ego is here to protect us. It's like, no, don't do that. We tried that before. We got hurt, remember? But your higher self is coming in and it's telling you, look, I got you. It's different now. You're different now. You understand more now. You know how to put things in. You found the missing puzzle pieces, basically. Because when I started this reading, I said I felt like you guys were missing, you felt like you were missing a piece to a puzzle. It's going to come in for you. Just Wednesday, be mindful. Be very mindful of your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality, and this year is a year of instant manifestation. So just be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of what it is you're manifesting. Be aware of where you're putting your energy at. Okay? All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your love and your support. Again, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Personal readings are available. Coaching sessions are available. I'll make a separate post about the information for the coaching and the private and the personal readings. But if you are interested in them, until I get that up, you can drop me a comment, or you can instant message me, okay? Or private message me. All right, you guys, have a beautiful and fluid week. I will see you guys soon. Peace.